Good morning, everyone. Today is Monday, June 16th. I'm rocking wet hair today in honor of how soaked I got on my walk this morning in the rain. And we have a special cameo. This is May, the grumpy cat. Today's affirmation from my book, My Life Gets Better Every Day, is I trust my instincts. The universe communicates with you through your intuition. So if something feels really good, it's probably a good thing to pursue. On the other hand, if it feels like you're pushing a boulder up a slippery mountainside, it might be time to reevaluate your choices. We really want to be able to figure things out with our big brains. But sometimes the most useful information comes from an intangible feeling that something just isn't right. Listen to that gut feeling about whether something is right for you. There are often forces at work that you're totally unaware of, and they don't always follow logic. Love, Teddy. So I recently had a conversation with a friend that really illustrates this well. Excuse me. She's very smart and very intellectual and very analytical and always wants to know the whole thing, right? Like where something's going or what it's going to mean or what she can get from it or how much money she can make. And so she had an experience where an opportunity presented itself to her, and on paper it seemed exactly right. You know what I mean? It was the thing that she had been thinking about. It felt good. She liked the people that she was interacting with, but she just didn't feel great about it. You know what I mean? There was something in her gut telling her it wasn't the right thing, even though her brain was telling her it was exactly the right thing. So we talked through it, and it turns out, there was something about it that really would not have worked for her lifestyle, and we were able to identify that. But in the beginning, when she first had that reaction to it, I think the temptation was to talk herself out of it, right? Like her brain is telling her it's the right thing. On paper, it's the right thing. Nobody would question it. It's completely justifiable that she should be doing it. But she did heed that feeling inside that there was just something about it that wasn't going to work for her. And we were able to identify that. But sometimes you won't be able to identify what it is. You'll just know that it's not right, and if it feels, I always describe it in myself, I'm extremely sensitive to these types of feelings. And for me, it feels toxic. Even if it all looks good, right? It's shiny, it's bright. If I wrote it down, it would sound good. If I told people about it, it would sound good. But something inside of me is saying, hell no, right? And that when you learn to listen to that gut instinct, it's so powerful because you can really make your life look the way you want it to, and really kind of curate your experiences in the world to feel good and feel aligned with your energy and what you want to do and where you want to head in the world. So I know it's so tempting to always fall back into well, this makes sense. This makes sense. My brain is telling me this makes sense and this is the right thing to do. But always go back to trusting your instincts. How does it really feel? How does your body react to the idea of it? That's the most powerful message that you might be getting at any given point. And that is the universe communicating with you, saying, hey, go this direction, or hey, don't go this direction. And vice versa. There might be something on paper, it looks ridiculous. It makes no sense. You can't possibly justify why this would be a good idea, but your soul is telling you that it's the right move and that it's something that you need to do. And I have a great example of that too. When I first had the idea to start sending an affirmation out to my mailing list every morning years ago when I was doing an online business, nothing about that made sense. I was really desperate to make more money. I was trying to think about how to expand my business. I was working as a coach with women on, intuitive eating and body image issues. And there was just nothing about writing an affirmation every morning and sending it out to my mailing list via email was that made no sense. There was no way I could make money from it. It wasn't even really aligned with my business model, but I had to do it. My soul was telling me to do it, even if it made no sense. And I did it for years. And I ended up attracting a whole nother contingent of people into my, in my sphere that wanted the affirmations and loved the affirmations. And then I started doing a podcast, and, it kind of led to all this other stuff. And I still have people getting in touch with me saying hey, what happened to your affirmations? I don't get the emails anymore because I stopped doing that a long time ago. But eventually I had this huge cache of affirmations that I have written because I saved them all in a Google document. And that turned into this, which turned into this, what I'm doing with you today. So, again, not that this is even the end of the road, right? This is another step on my journey. I don't know why I'm doing this. It just I felt called to do it. It felt right for me. I'm aligning myself with the vibe that I want to have in the world, with the people that I want to have in the world. And it's making me happy. And that's just as important as anything else, right? So I hope that's helpful for you today. Remember to trust your gut on stuff and pay attention when your soul is telling you to do something or not to do something, and give that as much weight as you would give the logic of it. Good luck to you. I'll see you tomorrow with the next affirmation. Bye.